But what do you think here, Purge? I know that position 5 Mirana not looking like the hottest pick here.
Yeah, like what it accomplishes in lane is not going to feel good, right? Like you're not likely to land an arrow, but I think the goal is that number one, it's going to combo really well with Slight Chains later, but it's also going to be able to offset a little bit what Enchantress does in terms of taking over creeps. And if you can do that, then you could argue that it has solved its job in the laning stage, and then later on maybe it can be effective. But yeah, it's I don't want to play with a Mirana 5 if I'm playing a carrier unless I have a stun set up already, and even then it's a bit iffy. So yeah, I can see why it seems a little bit weird for them to pick it.
And then how do you feel that this Brood Mother is going to come into play here? Are we going to see, kind of that aura builder, sort of the Chinese build that we've been seeing a lot, or are we going to see it, slightly different with a little bit more damage?
Yeah, I like the aura build. It definitely feels good because you farm fast, and usually heroes that farm abundantly fast, they either need to be like stronger than other carries, like Alchemist. When we get Radiance so fast that it just felt good. But another way to do it is to just buy aura items that you're effectively getting easier and cheaper than other people. And because Brood is very mobile, making her more tanky is a good way to make her feel good, because Brood as a right clicker is still just a little bit of a struggle. You can do like a hybrid build, but it just doesn't feel very good to rush it. I like what Ramses has been doing down here. He's cutting trees so that even though this ward is here, they're not going to know where he is laning, and thus they don't necessarily get the lane setups that they want as quickly. So kind of a cool little move here.
Super sneaky spider. How do you feel about we have seen? Well, there's going to be the poor little courier. doot, 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 doot. Don't mind me. I'm just bringing my items to my. Oh, he's smart though. Look at this immediately. Because they spot over the people on the side. Just gonna turn that courier around for a moment.
What if that'll... No, I mean, he's in lane. Okay. So let's see if they can get the disruption to arrow combo. This is a classic here. The downside is that if you try lane like this and you end up not getting the kill, it feels bad. Ghost Stick already burning a salve on the opposite side of the map, for example. Here comes the disruption. Here's the arrow.
Oh, that is... Whew, where's the tip for that?
But in reality, even if they land that arrow, Brood's not going to die. It'll just like lower his HP. I mean, it would have been okay, right? Lower his HP so that he can't necessarily lane for a bit. But
yeah, put the pressure down.
See if they can arrow this, the old Hellbear Smasher.
Gets the clap off on two, though. Very value.
It's not looking good.
The arrow does land over on Ramses while this is going on, but FN needs to be careful. Iceberg kind of just controlling this lane completely here.
Well, good for Roger. Roger's having a good game so far. Slayer has missed 2 arrows now, and BSJ was right. FN getting a little low. Going for Quas Exort. The build's making a comeback.
Well, they want to get
a week ago, but it's seen it again here.
They want to get aggressive for sure, but
it's Sunstrike combos is what they're thinking about. So maybe they could have killed the Brood. It's only 100 pure damage at level 1, but yeah, that's the goal. Disruption, arrow, Slight Chains into... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Wrong team. My bad.
No worries there. Slayer is just getting plinked away here by Roger. That feels very, very bad. Look at this. Just forced to back completely off. Forced to do some of that regen. Always want to fly. Given the hop here to Ghost Stick. One more click or two should be able to do it. Can he find him though? Oh, he's a pretty tanky boy.
Really close.
Ooh, and down goes Valentimos. Ramses just chomping away. This is a bit of a disaster for the side of Unique.
So far, yeah. Vitun almost died. He got a 5-stack of poison, but didn't quite do enough damage. So, yeah. Kills happening. I mean, Ramsey's able to stay alive. He's pretty low right now, which is a bit of a bummer. He's got to wait about 12 to get a full regen here, but Roger's doing a great job stabilizing him so far. Iceberg seems to be doing fine mid.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Getting a lot of these nice clicks off though here over on FN. Got the Forge Spirit as well to help give him some more support.
Oh, he's getting beat up by the small camp. Ooh, that was actually tough.
He's got a bottle.
His Flame Guard. His Flame Guard aggro them. I mean, but he loses 100 HP that he didn't need to, you know?
That's true. That's true.
Like losing a bottle charge right there. That's a little annoying.
It's very lucky that they didn't have a ward over there on the side, or perhaps Iceberg would have tried to go for a Sunstrike. It's going to continue to blink away at him, though, over here in the mid lane.
the Midas build on Iceberg, it's I just think back to where Fog pointed out being greedy. Going Midas just makes that more of an extreme example, yeah. So you got to be a little bit careful here. But they do have pretty good chain stun top lane. Like V-Tune's got Wraithfire Blast, they'll have Cookie Fault. They can certainly get Sunstrike kills on people. So, and then once he gets double Forge Spirits, it'll help him control waves a bit better. He can push things out semi-safely. Is Arrow going to land mid?
Yes, it does. A hop forward here from Slayer. Do they have the damage? Indeed, they do. Position 5 Mirana strikes again.
That was a big one to hit for sure.
Bignum falling in this top lane.
That's such a strong dual lane. Double stun, lots of minus armor, especially on supports.
Ghostic though is doing
oh my god.
just fine though right now. Push back a little bit to the tower. And does have to be careful with the positioning, of course, but is sitting top of the current CS. But oh man, look at the got 10 denies over here on the Invoker in the mid lane. Not too bad though. Great. Ember's got 7.
He's doing a really good job pressuring. Palantimo's getting hit a little bit here. Slayer does clean up the Centaur, so finally killing some neutral creeps, but...
Sunstrike! Oh, sidestepping out of the way here. FN will survive. Palantimo's though is getting munched away here by Ramses. They could go for the dive if they want. Look at this. They're forcing the Mirana to leap away.
All right, Brood's working out. They're getting the trades that they need. Yeah, Lifestealer's Feast. The damage it does offensively is very small, 0.8%. It's like nothing here. It's like 8 damage or something like that. So yeah, he's getting some heal back, but you're not competing with 70% lifesteal. So 70% of the damage Ramses deals, he gets healed back. So plus with Orb of Corrosion, he just has the mobility advantage. And we're going to see Lifestealer swap lanes 2 deaths now, and Palantimos doesn't want anything more to do with that Brood.
They managed to land the stun over on the Broodmother, but that's about all they can do. They can't go too close here. How do you feel about the rework on Broodmother, by the way? I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to ask you about that, now that there's no longer... you can't just build up spiders in lane. It's the ultimate.
I think it's better in the sense that it makes the hero a little bit less cheesy, because, like, it's still a little cheesy, of course, but at least the spider build-up stuff doesn't happen instantly.
That is the second kill on Bignum on the top lane. V-Tune and always want to fly. They are bringing the aggression this time around. Palantimos is just full out jungling.
It's really hard to defend yourself with just disruption. Like, you need so much more. You have to like disrupt them before they throw their abilities, or dodge a stun when they're going in mid.
They don't have the detection though. Always bring detection when you're ganking an Invoker.
Where are you going?
But they do put the pressure down here over onto Ghostic. The Sunstrike connects. You have the spider babies off to the side. Here's Ramses going for the dive. Does have Bignum here. So some of these spiders, they're going to try to chase after him. The nuke comes out, and that's a dead Ghostic. And this might be a very dead Bignum as well. He's just going to try to stack up some of that poison. The little baby's just going to chase after him here and force him to panic away. FN finding himself always want to fly in the nice little creep camp to boot.
Not too bad.
Just make something happen here in the mid lane.
Yeah, a little surprising Iceberg grabbed a Wex point this early, so it's not super unreasonable to dive without Dust, but yeah, it would have been nice to have. That would have been good. Tower pressure continues. Ramses' net worth is towards the top of the charts. Everything going great for Navi on all 3 cores, and Lifestealer's just trying to catch up at this point. He doesn't have boots yet, so... Ugh.
It's hard for him to even show up in lane. Neutral creep got the kill and always want to fly. Thank you, Observer. Cookie hop forward, the rage immediately coming out. Palantimos does not want that follow-up here.
Lane's still pretty dangerous for him, though. Like, he's likely to just get outlasted, and...
Leap forward here from Slayer. It's another kill.
Nice. He cleaned up the courier as it flew through earlier, so this is just the start of that, I suppose.
We'll get a value stomp off, though, before the Centaur goes down.
And he's going for Medallion on Mirana, so will be survivable. We'll be able to amplify up his cores, potentially. FN pressure in the mid lane is one nice advantage you have against Invoker. Invoker cannot push very fast, so as long as FN, like, puts himself between the Invoker and the creep wave, it's a bit easier.
Oh, Roger. And immediately pop the sprites. FN will turn around. He doesn't want the time investment to take down an Enchantress. But the tower does go down in the Broodmother lane, as expected. And Not much that Unique can really do against it currently.
Really well done by Roger, though. They need to delay that mid-tower
Fire
down.
stun into Cookie Hop. Nope. Right, just a little bit too fast here as the Courier does get sniped. Pantimas is not having a good time. He's going to have to hop into a creep here and hide in the woods.
Heal is not too big right now. He's just going to have to wait, but there's just so much overwhelming pressure. They've offset the pressure on the mid lane, at least for now, but this is the moment where it doesn't feel good for Na'Vi, despite all these great moves. Their mid tower doesn't look very defendable.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still putting that pressure on the top lane.
Top tower
Side Na'Vi, but Unique making nice moves here. Fairy Trinket does get found. That's back, and the middle tower will go down.
Ooh, double smoke. On the same team, to make that clear. They're roaming bottom. They're trying to get this kill on Broodmother here.
Ramses is a thorn in their side, but you do have lots of spiders to help kind of protect you.
They've got to disrupt him. It's like the only way to start the fight. Playing safe, though.
Okay.
He's in trees.
Pignum throwing
see
out
him.
the shadow poison. The arrow. Oh,
They had to do it.
all right. That is a dead Ramses.
Nice.
Surprised they tossed
good.
the arrow when they did.
They wanted vision. Like they're moving over there. It was
But
a
they
little
had the
dangerous.
disruption.
He threw it the same time.
Same
That's all.
time. All right. Well, Palantimos barely going to be able to walk away here in this top lane. Does manage to survive. Silver linings here for Unique.
Dire's top tower.
Like Arrow was already flying, and then he threw Shadow Poison. Same thing. Because they got over there and they're like, oh, we need vision. So they both threw it, and then he's like, well, I have to disrupt now, just in case the arrow misses, you know, because Arrow is gonna guarantee the next setup. So. Nice grab there. 2k advantage now for Na'Vi, despite losing the Brood, which isn't that big of a deal. That was a lot of hero resources to deal with him. And while Ghost Stick is offsetting this pretty well, ultimately the net worth on Brood should be pretty useful. Transition to nice team fight items.
He's trying to cut the wave here, back and forth here in this lane. A bit strange.
Is under attack.
Not what we're used to seeing for sure, but just kind of the gentleman's agreement of you will get farm, I will also get farm.
On the wave, they've got a lot of heroes on top of Wraith
They
King
do.
here.
Can they get their hands on him, though, is a question. All right, starting to stack up some of that poison here. But it's only FN who's chasing after him. Bottom lane, Ramsey's just nibbling away over here on Ghost Stick. Cookie hop forward from Always Want to Fly. They'll be able to go, lower that armor, and the Stampede will get used. So that way he can survive.
I like that FN did that though. Just like limits V-Tune's farming time, right? Makes him feel a little bit more vulnerable. Like they definitely could have burned through Wraith King's first ultimate, but killing him afterwards unlikely, unless they land some nice combos. And they kind of disengaged, so they gave up. Bottom multi though. Let's see if they can grab a different kill. It's gonna be spotted by the sentry though.
Timos leading the charge. Gonna walk right into Roger. Not necessarily. Oh, but they do see Iceberg. It's like they're just gonna give a couple taps over here to Roger. Another arrow that doesn't quite
Oh, the
make the mark,
courier.
but the courier is a pretty big deal. They can get it in time. Can they do it? No. Oh my goodness.
We're watching a ballet.
Eventually gets it, but it's already got its items delivered. Slide coming
That
out
would've been
over
a
on
big
the side. FN. It's gonna have to slide away.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The Rangers just don't do nearly as much damage. And that's a 5 on him, by the way, so he doesn't have any items that give him bonus damage. So he's only hitting for 65. That's why it took 3 hits. It looked pretty dangerous, though. Delaying the mech would have been a big deal. 2 minutes without that extra oomph, that extra heal, made ganking Broodmother a lot easier. But now he can group with his team if he so chooses. But for now, great control of the map. He's going to keep pressuring things out. Still no armlet on Lifestealer. FN's trying to get stuff done. He's running at his enemies. He's getting some kills, but right now the game's feeling a little bit iffy for them.
Well, just you see the power of, Ramses and Snapfire here. They just have been sitting in this bottom lane. They get, the stuns off. They do some chip damage each time. Cookie hop again, like we talked about. They just lower the armor. And all of a sudden, he just has to run away. Can't stay there any longer.
Silken Boa doesn't, it used to root when it was the shard, but they removed that. It's now just a slow, so like, it's literally nothing they can do to FN other than make him use 150 mana and a remnant to escape. So FN will continue moving in, get Envision for his team setup. I kind of wish
over the
Murano
board.
was playing near him though, because like right now Slayer's just jungling, and it's like, that doesn't feel like. I mean, sure, like getting a kill is difficult, but I don't know. Maybe you could grab Snapfire or something. Right now, Unique is just like hitting creeps, and they're not doing it fast because Life Stealer's behind anyways. So I don't know. I don't think it really gets that much better for Unique unless they start getting kills. The laning stage didn't produce a lot for them.
I feel like this is all about the stun that a Mirana can supply, right? You've got the combo. You've got a Shadow Demon, you've got a Mirana, or, you know, you can set up for a really nice arrow as well. I'm surprised that they aren't making moves. Instead, she's just, you know, jungling. And the jungle is very much needed for Palantimos and an FN here.
It is, and it's not like anybody else is taking it. It's more just like you could be pressuring the map. But the downside is that, like, yes, he could land arrows with Disruption, but that's taking at least 2 heroes just to land an arrow. And then what happens after that? There's no damage follow-up. You'd have to land Shadow Poison like 5 times. Like, Mirana's only level 7. She has 4 points in arrow. Like, once she shoots her arrow and lands it, she's basically done in the fight. If she was a core or 4 position, she'd have more levels. Then she could do, like, land arrow, Starstorm for 500 extra damage. Then it would actually feel impactful. But until, like, the mid-game, when they start doing, like, Searing Chains setups with arrow, Slayer's not going to feel very effective because it would just take probably too many hero resources to set up these kills that they could set up. Like, they can't keep running 3 heroes and 3-man ganking Broodmother repeatedly because that means they're getting out-farmed.
So is this just a problem with the draft, just in general?
Yeah, for sure. It's and the fact that their laning went bad. It's definitely mattering.
Yeah.
They smoke over, though. We'll see if they can get a setup.
Moonlight Shadow and Smoke here. They do have a ward up top. Another arrow just tossed into the void. We'll eventually find themselves a couple of the heroes, though. Ghostic running in. They're going to try to burst down B-Tune. It's going to be the first life taken down. Bignum is getting plinked away over on the side, but again, B-Tune coming back up again. All these heroes. Bignum falls, though, to the Snapfire Kisses, and they might be able to get the kill. Yes, they'll be able to take down Palantimo's courier, but
Structures are fortified.
they hitch a ride over here in FN as they're on the hunt. Palantimos is going to stick around, actually.
FN trying to eat spiders, but they're going to get healed up by their mother.
Yeah, FN needs to be very careful here.
Yeah, actually. He doesn't have his ulti. 10
No.
seconds, but Ramses also does garbage damage, so it'll be fine. It's hitting for 90 plus 40. Watch out, guys.
He's just very survivable, though. You know, he's got the full Guardian Greaves online, so it's going to be hard to push him out of your lane without having a lot of heroes dedicated to try to deal with it. Only 9 spiders have been killed by the enemy team? What?
They die of natural causes. They have a very good mother.
Yeah.
Their AoE's weak, though, right? Like, who's going to kill the spiders? It basically would have to be, like, Centaur doing, like, Hoof Stomp Double Edge.
Yeah.
Or, like, level 4 Starstorm. That's about it.
Always want to fly. Oh, God, these arrows from Slayer.
The neutral. It was just unfortunate. I mean, he could have maybe, like, leapt to the side to try to land it. But, yeah, it doesn't get it. Felt a little inadequate, all right. But he hasn't fed, at least.
That is true. Gotta look on the bright side.
They killed Wraith King earlier, so they could go take a fight and kill him a second time, but that helped. We haven't seen much of Invoker yet either. He's bought Midas, he got an Ogre Axe, he's queuing up Boots of Travel now. Just pretty slow from both teams, actually. But I think Navi's happy with it.
Yeah, I got the BKB online, and again, Ramses is doing exactly what a Broodmother should be doing. Just constantly poking and pressuring this lane. He's going to take the tower very soon, too.
Nice.
Now they're missing just
Really good.
a lot of buildings over on the side of Unique, and they don't, like you said, have a good way of dealing with this Broodmother.
Ramses pings the enemy shrine. They need to move the enemy jungle, take control of the area, take the shrine. It's going to limit experience gain for Unique at a really early point in this game. Pressure comes in, though. Wow, they did so much damage with just creeps on this mid tower. Really nicely done. Skeletons as well. Team summon, holy crap. All right, good enough. That's what they want. They just want the tower dead. Limit some Roche advantage. Make it easier to pressure enemy lineup. Invoker's got BKB. Pretty good timing here.
Yeah,
Looks a little bit weird, but hey, it works.
Yeah, he picked that up a couple minutes earlier, actually. As they do use the Moonlight Shadow, they should find Always Want to Fly. Get the Stomp off. And the Searing Chains. Cookie hop forward on 3 heroes. Is Always Want to Fly? Is he going to survive this? No. All right, Slayer coming in with the last hit. Arrow getting tossed out. Will land over on that Forge Spirit. They know the Ice Prig is hiding in the corner. Should be able to just teleport out, though. Oh, just a little bit too slow on Ghostic. And the tip comes out.
The issue was he went to go use Blink, but he clicked it too fast, and he started hoof stomping before blinking, so he had to cancel then blink, and then at that point it was too late, so lost a pretty crucial kill. But either way, they'll get the tier 1 out of it. Iceberg on the mid lane tries to push it out, gets blocked, now being chased. Arrow's gonna miss.
Yeah.
Watch me play Mirana.
It feels bad when you see like so many different setups possibly, but again, that time, you know, no one really there to help that.
It's a little hard. He
That
maxed
arrow
Searing Chains
landed.
last.
Can't do anything about it, but it did land. But they lost total
Start.
control of the triangle here. Look at this Iceberg. He sees Bignum. He wants this. Immediate tornado, followed with the EMP. Disruption comes out. Let me use the Stampede, but it's not really gonna matter because they've got the Snapfire Kisses and they have the damage. So that's a dead Bignum. And they're just gonna toss the rest of the Kisses around the tower area.
For vision, yeah. There's a lot of resources to kill support, but hey, if they get another tier 2, that's pretty good. Because Ramsey's got his core finish. He's got Guardian Greaves, he's got Pipe of Insight. This is a huge team fight advantage, actually, and they might just go high ground, honestly.
They totally can. They don't even have the Kisses. Imagine if those Kisses could break trees, Purge.
Would be good.
T did a whole series on this. Oh dear, Slayer. Forced to leap away. He's gonna throw out an
Gonna cut the
arrow.
wave.
Not gonna be able to quite do it, but does manage to grab the creeps, like you said. He's gonna run for his life now.
Break that regen instead of grabbing it? Oh no, or did it respawn? I think he broke it. That was weird. Could have used that mana. So basically they back up because he was cutting the creep wave. They still got a lot of damage to the tier 1 tower while Brood Ramsey was pressuring it, so not the worst for them. But yeah, Navi's trying to fight their opponents, but Unique's doing whatever they can to buy time. They're not quite ready to take the engagement here. He
Yeah.
did just destroy the illusion, or the regen.
Feels a bit weird that he do that.
It was probably just misclick, that's all.
Possible. Look at this positioning too. I like that. That Bignum's just sitting right behind the Ember, just in case, you know, anyone gets the jump on him. We'll be able to try to play as that save.
Farming pretty well, I mean. So kind of close to Wraith King. He's going utility like a lot of Embers do right now. Maelstrom into Shivas will be great. Help them do more AoE damage, offset what the Brood and the Spiders are doing. Get vision, just utility kind of stuff.
Oh, there's so many more babies here I don't think that you were aware of here, FN. This tornado doesn't quite connect. The cold snap does, though. Cookie out forward. Now he's out of there. Right
Oh, V2's
into
ready for him.
V2. Hey, buddy. What you doing?
Okay,
The
but
dip
this is
comes out.
let's be real. His death is just like not good. Like that was like 4 heroes he just fought by himself, and they had no ability to kill him. This is what they asked for in the draft. They're like, we need a way to kill Ember. They don't have it right now.
Yeah, sure,
don't think
it was
they
a
care,
life
though.
stealer bomb, but they decide not to engage here. It's a bit weird.
Fearing the rotation, I suppose.
For sure.
That's what that was.
And there's the Aeon disc pickup now.
Who's got the Aeon disc?
I believe it was
Oh,
the
Bignum. Okay, Shadow Demon. Yeah.
Shadow Demon. Yeah.
Are they going high ground? Let's see if they do it. They do a Puddle Multi. They'll break vision.
Yeah, the jump forward immediately. Can they burst down? No, Roger, he's still alive somehow as the slight comes through from FN. They have the kisses coming out from Always Want to Fly. And all these spiders on the back line. FN going for the slight. Eventually gets taken down by Iceberg. Perfect timing here as Valentimus is forced to rage and just run away. Bignum hoping nobody's got detection here as he's running right back into the base. Slayer off to the side here. Roger spots him. Doesn't have anything to hold him out. And the pressure is on now. Do not have FN. Take down one of the Forge Spirits with the arrow. No Stampede available either. But feels like Na'Vi,
No.
they're okay. They're gonna just back off for now. They'll respect it.
You mean Navi?
Na'Vi.
did it again.
I did it. No, I've been doing so well with it.
You did.
I've been working so
Okay.
hard on it, man.
I can tell. I think that's the first time I've heard it. All right. Anyways, they almost take the tier 3 tower. Great pressure. Now they back up to take Roshan. Arrow's going to come in. Man, he's killed so many Forge Spirits. He's a slayer of Forge Spirits. No pun intended.
Is that the
sorry.
new name? I was about to say.
Yeah.
Purge being cheeky, doing a little bit of this fun stuff. Slayer, though, leaps into the pit. Immediately, though, it's just going to get the Aegis placed online for Iceberg, and Slayer dies to V2. And Ramsey's chasing after Palantimos now. He's going to hitch a ride, and his friend Ghost Stick. They've got the whip, though, to slow him down just a little bit. Does get the stomp off. Try to kite them just a bit here using that Shadow Poison, but Na'Vi happy with this engagement. They've got an Aegis online, and they took
All right,
down
guys.
Marana.
Roger's building a frickin' armlet. All right, I don't know
It's
what's wrong
happening
with
again.
Roger. But some shit's happening with Roger, clearly. All right, let's talk about armlet briefly. It increases your strength, and it does give you health drain. Like, these are all, like, theory-crafted build ideas that, frankly, there's just better stuff you could buy. This isn't good. 100% not good. It's a lot of armor, but, like, but why? You could armlet toggle, like, for sure. Like, if you could do this in a pub and, like, have a great time, sure. But, like, I'm so confused.
I'm sure our analysts are in the back room right now, and they are also extremely confused.
Like, they could loot, like, I don't know. It's so weird. He's a great player, but, like, this is, like, it really is, like
It's
I don't,
grieving.
if you want to, like, mess around or whatever, that's fine. But, like, dude, in pub games, like, they need to win to potentially make it to the major. I don't get why you would buy an armlet. Like, maybe he bought Helm of Iron Will, and he was like, well,
Might as
it's either
well.
Helm of the Dominator, Crimson Guard, Armlet, or Nullifier. So I guess Armlet. I don't know. I'm
With
confused.
so many spiderlings that were just obliterated here by Ghost Stick. Sort of a false initiation here, as they'll poke away a little bit. Nice force staff here. Gonna get V2 out of the vicinity.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
78 spiders. Okay, that's gone up since the 9. Yeah, look at it's all the centaur for the most part.
Respected the baby spiders until he got too big to fail, and now he's just like, do my bidding, babies. Almost got the AC finish. He's farming real fast. This
They
is
haven't
like
been able to put pressure on him.
Yeah, these farming offlaners, it's like making Ramses look like such a good offlaner.
Yeah, he's
He's got
typically
so much carry practice, you know?
carry practice, and also the fact that he's, typically been a bit greedier of a player as well. So, All right, there it is. There's the first time this patch, the armlet on the Enchantress. Man, Dota's a wild game. You can build anything
First
you want to.
time.
All right, here we go. All right, Roger, click it away. The impetus, Sagabola.
I mean,
Cool.
25 attack speed, 40 damage, 9 armor, 10 armor, 5 HP
Oh,
regen.
look at Iceberg
Like,
just waiting patiently. Look at this.
Oh, he got the bash.
Chonk, chonk. And then they'll go and murder this creep that he tried to hitch a ride in. This is looking pretty scary now for Palantinos. Are they going to continue to chase, though? Feels like they weren't sure if they wanted to or
Stand up.
not.
No, they just lost him here.
Oh, the
Just stand
courier? Okay, all right.
If only he would have sniped the armlet.
I know,
before it got
right?
delivered.
Kicking out forward here on Roger. Oh, Roger, he's a predator. He wants Palantimos. They'll even go use the Mortimer kisses as Ramsey's closing the distance here. They do have the Crimson Guard completed. Sunstrike comes out. Can they do enough damage to Palantimos? Can they get there in time? Roger
The
coming
armlet.
in. Oh, the disruption. Oh, no, he's coming back up, and I don't know if he's going to survive this here. Roger decides to show mercy.
I mean, like, hypothetically, like, you can turn armlet on and slap a lot in that moment, and it's, like, okay for you because you're doing more damage and attacking faster and you're very tanky, but, like, I don't know, it's weird.
All right, this is a nice setup with the arrow. They already have the
Wait.
stun.
Okay.
All right, there it goes.
Why not buy Dragonlance instead? You know? I do not know.
You're my analyst, Purge. You're supposed to know everything. You have one job.
I just have not seen the Arcane Boots armlet Enchantress before for some reason, and
I look forward to a video on this later.
yeah.
Fully
I mean,
expect this.
again, it's like it's armor, it's HP, gives them damage attack speed. It's okay. It's just like it's definitely not determined to be the best item on Enchantress, that's for sure.
All right, Ramsey's just murdering everybody's couriers here. I was trying to do a little bit of a cheeky play, but he's gone too far, and they are not happy about it on the side of Unique, so they'll punish his arrogance.
Is under attack.
Okay, 9k advantage. This will give time for Roger to buy more items that are not good. This game he's buying Holy Locket afterwards, though. This one's pretty sick. If you go Wisp Talents, the amount of heal that you can provide your team is bonkers. It's so good that it'll even offset the regen that you lose by using Armlet.
Okay, all right. Got that theory crafting going. I like it. Solid Kuros completed now for Ramses here.
Okay. Or a monster. But items are still coming out on Unique, and while Lifestealer is still struggling a little bit here, build this weird kind of Sanjanyasha armlet into Satanic, actually. So he wants to be able to take it to and beat Wraith King in these like long drawn-out fights. which is possible for sure, especially with the AC being picked up on Brood. That means it's not on Wraith King. It means Wraith King's raw armor is far less than it normally is. I mean, his build's kind of wacky. Radiance, Basher, Sange, then he bought a Hyperstone, and now he's like, what do I do with this Hyperstone? All right, I guess I'll make a Mjolnir. But he's going to be vulnerable to physical damage for sure. So Solar Crest on Wraith King or Lifestealer fighting with Satanic. Lifestealer might win that fight, actually.
I think it all comes down to who gets the jump on who, though, right?
A little bit. It's more like, do you have allies to back you up? Like, if
Right.
it's a true 1v1 between those two heroes, Lifestealer probably wins it because of the extra lifesteal and stuff, but... Because Wraith King is more like, I don't know, utility, run at them kind of thing.
We have the sheep stick
Little bit
now
damage.
available for Iceberg. So more lockdown and control coming out from the side of Na'Vi.
That's something both teams need for sure. But very good against Lifestealer. You either buy Orchid or you get Hex in some cases. Hex is going to be a lot better against heroes like Ember Spirit, though. Catch him before the BKB, land those chain stuns. And there it is, this finish. Mjolnir already done for Wraith King.
You have a Satanic completed now for Palantimos as well. So as long as he doesn't get stun locked, he's going to be able to survive pretty long in these fights.
Yeah, he really will. And it's a really good damage item for strength heroes, actually. 25 strength, 55 damage. That's what, 80 whole damage? It's not bad, actually, on Lifestealer. You already have quite a lot of attack speed, so raw damage is the way to go. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, applies the Dispel too, which is nice too.
Yep.
All right, Unique. They're on the hunt. Ghost Stick carrying a special delivery inside of him now. So they'll creep their way here. We'll see some of the spiders trying to cut the wave. Moonlight Shadow, V2, gets spotted out. A little bit slow, though. Snapfire Kisses do get dedicated here, so that could be an opening for the side of Unique. They're still hunting. Ghost Stick just going to keep continuing. V2 waiting in the trees. Bignum. All right, slides come in. We'll land over on Roger. So disruption, the Hex, that's the fastest little pig you ever see because over on the back lines, a jump forward, the Infest Pump popping out the BKB here over on FN as they're just focusing down V2. They should be able to take him down the first time. Question is, can they get them again as Ramsey's over on the back line was trying to kill Bignum, wasn't able to quite do it. Iceberg, though, with the BKB turning around Palantimos. He's trying to just get as much lifesteal off. He takes down V2 for a second time. FN, Cookie Hop for Palantimos, turning his attention now always want to fly. The slight comes out from FN and the hunt is on. They want Iceberg. The zip forward, the arrow connects when it counts. And that's a dead Iceberg on the side of Na'Vi.
Satanic pays off so bad. I didn't even notice he had Paladin Sword as well. So amplified lifesteal on top of what he already has. And he tanks through it. He burned through 2 sets of Wraith King's life. Again, if Wraith King has AC there, maybe completely different. But without the AC, his 2 lives were not quite enough, and they're able to just beat him down. Pipe, Greaves, Assault Cuirass, it was not enough to keep him tanky and survivable enough.
And look at this, they're just chonking through the tower over in the mid lane. Let's get a little replay of this.
They're slapping him, hitting him with almost everything. Centaur goes on him. They also had Disruption, so they had some illusions doing Radiance Burn as well. Roger puts a heal over on the side, then he starts hitting the Lifestealer. Lifestealer's healing through it, basically does not care about that extra damage. Then he gets disrupted again to buy him a little bit of time there. Then he gets to reset, get more kills, and then they run down their opponents.
That was actually such a good play from Bignum, too, because the Aeon Disc had popped and he was teleporting out. Ramsey's deciding to just back off, and then Bignum's like, I can't leave my team. Sticks around.
Cancelled. Nice. That's really cool.
It's really, I love plays like that. I love when you see a team that trusts each other and that knows exactly, I have to be here. I can't just, chicken out here. Very nice.
Ramsey's like the ultimate support right now. Picks up a Solar Crest now with a Paladin Sword as well to amplify the healing that he's providing. But at that, I'm thinking about Ramsey's when he played Axe. Was that the first game of today where he's ultra farmed? He's been really farmed every single game, but he's out of slots. What are you buying next, buddy?
Yeah, Ramses has been definitely playing to win here, trying to get all the items that he can to help his team out. It's a very armored spider, more like a tank at this point, but feels a little lost in some of these fights. Good itemization, though, again, coming out from Unique, realizing that they have to protect the Shadow Demon here, especially. He is their main source of save.
See what happens next with Wraith King itemization. He's queuing up a BKB, but I don't know, his impact in the fight has felt a little bit iffy. Like, he's still only got 7+4 armor. That, like, taking the AC out of his item build, I feel like has really put him in a bit of a weird place. He also didn't have armlet. Armlet is another common way to get armor on your hero, but because he skipped that and he also didn't buy AC, I feel like it put him in a really weird space. I kind of wish he had gone like Radiance back into armlet with the power of hindsight, but he probably didn't anticipate it because Root got this AC really quick.
True.
It was like 22 minutes or something, so he probably started buying it, but then V-Tune's like, oh crap,
what do I buy
I'm
now?
forced down this weird item path, or I have to sell items, which is a waste. So it hurt in that engagement, at least, that's for sure.
The hunt is on the side of Unique. Ghost Stick having a Life Stealer bomb inside of him. There's a double damage rune available in that bottom spot, though. They smoke up. They ping it out. Can they get the jump on someone here? Oh, baby, they found themselves the mama. And that's a dead Ramses and a double damage on Ghost Stick.
It's the value out of their heroes. The burst damage is really, really good. And they run straight to Roshan here. Slayer's going to clean up some Observer wards first. Pittsburgh in the area. He's got his items. I just haven't really felt the Invoker presence just yet, I gotta say.
Mortimer Kiss is getting tossed into the pit. We'll force them to back out, but there's nothing to hold them in place. Go stick a little bit off the mark here on Roger. Taking a decent amount of damage, but they go right back into the pit now because they have nothing to fear. Tornado just gonna zip on through. An arrow gets tossed out. We'll miss those Forged Spirits this time. The EMP also getting dropped. The jump forward on Roger, though. Can they blow him up fast enough is the question. So hold him in place with the root. They need just a little bit more damage, and he's trying to toggle here. He's got that armlet, but it's not enough. As the jump over onto Always Wanna Fly there, just closing in the spider legs. He's trying, but he cannot escape Palantimos. So right back into the pit they go, and it's not much that Na'Vi can do here.
I mean, Armlet helped a lot there, actually, because Lifestealer, when he uses Rage, is immune to magic, and therefore he doesn't get affected by Untouchable. So, like, despite the fact that he was getting slapped by Lifestealer, I mean, he had 10 armor, a lot of HP, and it definitely elongated his life. So I think that's what he was thinking when he went for the Armlet this game. So, like, oh, I'm going to counter the hero that counters me, the Lifestealer, while also giving me some other stuff.
Isn't that just greedy, though?
I don't know if I'd say it's greedy. It's more like you're solving a problem that you don't necessarily need to solve right there, is what kind of happened.
But it's just you.
Yeah, of course. But like,
Your
supports
support.
do need to stay alive. Yeah, by all means. Like, but you do need to stay alive sometimes, right?
I guess.
So, like, I'm not saying it's ideal, but I think that's what he was going for when he bought the item against Lifestealer, because it was certainly good in that exact moment. Usually, Enchantresses don't have a huge amount of armor, but right there, he had a 10 armor. He basically got a plate mail plus extra for 2,500 gold, which is a decent trade-off.
Okay, the BKB picked up now for V-Tune. So that's going to be a nice item timing here for the side of Na'Vi. But I guess, yeah, when you say, the more I think about it too, you know, you have the Aeon disc that has been purchased on the Shadow Demon, but I feel like Shadow Demon already has so much built into his kit, and that's a dead iceberg.
Do not feel good about the Invoker this game. So 1, 3, and 4, not a very, I mean, he's farming well, but I just haven't felt his impact yet. He bought the Scythe, he's got a Blink Dagger, so he can do like Blink Scythe stuff, but Na'Vi hasn't been able to find those grabs really. And even if he does do Blink Scythe, there isn't that much follow-up. Wraith King never opted for a Blink Dagger to follow up, he's just gone for like trying to Deathball, win engagements kind of things.
I think Unique has just got this really nice ganking potential, so anytime that, you know, Na'Vi is just separated on the map, they get immediately punished. This Lifestealer bomb has been so good, and now of course he's got an MKB. They're bringing the fight to Na'Vi, I feel. And I feel like Navi's just not prepared to deal with it. This Palantimos feeling like a big boy, the stomp. All right, they'll cookie snap away. Some of these kisses are raining down some hellfire, but look at Palantimos, he doesn't care, he's just trying to man 5 V-Tune here. Has to be careful that he doesn't go too far, but look at this, just taking down everything here in the space. They can't get rid of him. FN joining on in. Immediately the stomp, the cookie coming out from Always Wanna Fly, trying to keep him alive again. V-Tune trying to focus down Palantimos. They do manage to land the stun. The slight's going around. V-Tune still alive. Thank God for the flicker. Try to lower the armor, but immediately Stampede. Barely able to stay V-Tune there.
He'll be fine from the Shadow Poison. The flicker has been amazing. This delayed his death by so many times here. Illusionist cape dropping for Dire's side. I mean, V-Tune is just clearly not able to take these engagements against Lifestealer. Way too much physical damage. He doesn't have that extra armor that we normally expect. He actually can't slap the Lifestealer. That Satanic build has absolutely changed things for Lifestealer. Now, maybe V-Tune should have the Paladin sword that Broodmother's using. I think that would be super reasonable, but right now Flicker has been really good for sure.
Well, it's saved his life multiple times now.
It has, yeah. So, like, the balance is, like, usually you want, like, a mix of survivability and damage with some lifesteal. His survivability is not high enough to probably make the lifesteal worth it. So just having Flicker is probably better here.
Fair enough.
Almost Eggs for Iceberg as well. That's the next thing they're aiming for. You know, that big Cataclysm combo where Enchantress runs in, gets focused, can't die because of Armlet, and then all of a sudden the Sunstrikes come in. That's what will change
This
everything.
is a full-on raining Hellfire. Oh, that's a question. Does Cataclysm doesn't destroy trees, does it?
No. That's an Orchid on Wraithkin, guys. But it would be really cool if Satanic didn't give you a Dispel. That is the issue.
That is,
Silence
it's very strong.
It's a great counter against Lifestealer. You silence him, you kill him before he rages, but so many weird items coming out.
It's a peculiar game indeed, as they are making their slight ascent over here, throwing out a casual arrow. Of course, they don't have everyone there just yet, but it's an Ember Spirit. He can be there on a GIF.
Orchid revealed now, and now he's queuing up the Bloodthorn as well. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, by all means, if you're gonna build Orchid, he's gonna build Bloodthorn.
Yeah.
But the same problem arises. Like, I don't see how this isn't just already a solution. Like, Lifestealer's got Satanic, he's got a Shadow Demon to sit behind him. Is Silence gonna win you a fight? I guess it helps you with Ember, I suppose, if his BKB's down. That part's kind of cool. Maybe he wanted an item that kind of covers both bases, but I'm sure that if Abyssal was the same as it used to be, this would just be an Abyssal
dear
instead.
Iceberg, he has to pop the BKB, and he has got to run because he does not have that TP. They're trying to make something happen over on Ramsey's over on the side. Not going to be able to quite do it. Ghost Stick. It's just getting slowly chonked away. They even use the Snapfire Kisses to take him down. But those will be on cooldown for a bit as they smoke up on the side of Na'Vi. They know that they don't have the big tanky boy here anymore for Unique. Perhaps trying to force a buyback or something, but they do need creeps.
They saw somebody that would have a Blink Hex there. It was a good try. And Ramsey's buying the best late game item, arguably. Buys a Nullifier, very much like his first game on Axe. And that is what helps you get those kills. That Chain Disable, basically the lots of damage.
All right, give me the
Seems like
Cataclysm. Let's see it. We got the Ags online now for Invoker. Got a lot of damage, but of course you have to be very aware there are some nice solutions to just not have to deal with it.
Just walk, leap. There are many Force Staffs. There's a lot of solutions that Unique has, actually.
Got Rage, you know.
Rage does not work. Magic
not
Immunity,
Rage, sorry.
no, it does not work. Infest. Infest and some other guy let him die, did the Cataclysm.
There we go.
And then, hey, if you're infested in somebody, does that mean there's 4 Cataclysms on that one guy, or are you technically off the map?
T, I'm going to need
do
you to
not
check
know.
that out in the back room for me, please. We have people for this now.
It's not a big deal. Mostly irrelevant.
Yeah, but now I want to
right,
know. Have you seen T's post recently? He's asking which fire spells destroy trees.
That's cool. I don't care right now. Very nice.
All right.
I'll read about that on Reddit later, maybe.
That's on Twitter. It's a graphic.
Iceberg might get
Oh,
caught.
Big Nom finds himself a friend. BKB comes out. They'll use the Demonic Purge, try to slow him down.
Might
They'll
be
slow him
okay.
down as well, but they have a decent amount of damage. That Cataclysm coming in. It doesn't matter. Iceberg is dead. And the zip forward again coming out from FN. He would love to grab him. There it is. There's the arrow combo we've been looking for, and that's a dead Snapfire.
I wasn't sure if they'd be able to kill him because they didn't have overwhelming physical damage with lifesteal in the area, but Ember Spirit has Ags. He can basically show up at any fight here. It's able to get there, get on top of him, and pick off the kill. The value of the random sentries. They get that great setup.
Ooh, the Gleipnir over here on FN. That is how you deal with all those spider babies.
Yes, 220 AoE damage. That plus Shiva's, plus Sleight of Fist. I mean, he's doing that's like a little bit over 400 magic damage, plus whatever Sleight of Fist damage does. So yeah, he can clear spiders now.
Ghost Stick has a heart. By the way, he just picked that up.
fun. Dude, there's been
This has been
so
an
much farming in these
interesting
series.
game.
This whole series has been so
The
far.
silence,
They go
all
in lifesteal.
right, but the save immediately coming out from Bignum. Have to be very careful as they have more lifestealers. Rest of the team coming in. Ghostic looking for the opportune moment to jump in, blink stomp. So go to pierce the pipe here.
The one creep gets him. Palantimos can't decide which sword he wants to use, so he's just going to hold on to all three of them.
Swords are cool, dude. The more swords you have, the better, right?
They are very cool. A leveler for hitting buildings, paladin sword for fighting to the death,
long as they're
penta-edge
not-
sword for killing heroes that are trying to run away from you.
Yeah, as long as they're not cursed swords, like somebody has been playing in our D&D.
That was not my decision.
That was totally your decision, dude.
I wanted
Cursed swords
to,
are bad guys.
wanted a regular powerful sword. Somebody had to make it cursed. It's not my fault.
All right, smoke coming out here on the side of Na'Vi. They're looking to just try to push out here, get a little bit more vision, but over on the side of Unique, they have a double damage on FN. Go use the Moonlight Shadow as well. Send an illusion over. We've got an Infest Bomb. They're grouped up pretty closely. Is it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Who is the person who is gonna be unfortunate enough to get jumped on here? Ramsey's over on the side. The jump forward from Ghostic. Not gonna be able to quite land that stop, but there it is. There's the Infest Bomb. Ramsey's trying to claw away. Is he gonna be able to do it? No, he's gonna be immediately taken out. Roger now. Cookie hopping forward. V-Tune though back on the other line. He left around, flicker again forward here. He's trying to fight him with Palantimos. He's not going to be able to, though, as the BKBs do indeed get popped. V-Tune fleeing for his life. Always want to fly. Not going to be able to run away. They have the dust, but they don't have the damage. Snapfire buying back, and they do manage to find themselves Roger. He's pretty hard to get their hands on. He does eventually fall, though. More buybacks coming out.
Just so hard for them to fight. Like, Bloodthorn damage is just not superior enough. Like, they need like a long duration stun for Bloodthorn to work, and for Shadow Demon not to be there. It just feels like the itemization is hurt. Navi's so bad this game. Like, the AC timing on Wraith King is just gone. He just loses.
Look at this,
lifesteal every fight.
immediately rooted into place. The Silence gets placed over here onto the Ember, but the jump forward here from Palantimos with that burst, they just take out Iceberg. No buyback on the Invoker as they're chasing down V-Tune. They want this kill. FN managing to land those slider chains. They go around, they get the kill and always want to fly. First life down here on V-Tune is coming right back up again. He's forced to pop the BKB to run away, but on the back lines, Roger. Oh, Roger, you are left all alone with 5 heroes that just want to erase you from the map, and Ramsey's doing the desperation here to try to just cut these waves, try to just put some pressure on the base, because he knows the rest of his team, they don't have buyback.
They're just struggling too much in the team fights now. I mean, the carry-to-carry matchup doesn't work out. Unique has a lot of easy initiations. There they are. Ghostix gets so happy to tank this with Heart. He's reflecting all this damage.
It's a big boy here. And feel V2, he wants to get in there. He doesn't have that reincarnation, though. How does he step to them? This might just be it.
Morana support, so good.
BSJ,
So
totally
dumb.
wrong. The GG gets called. Unique will take this game 2-1.